Hey, I've got some updates for you over the last week of just Carnival news for you today. I hope you find this interesting. First of all, we're going to talk about why the Carnival Panorama is in Astoria, Oregon, and why it's not going to be in service until December 23rd. We're also going to talk about a very important person with Carnival who has a lifetime ban because of a sleeping aid they brought on board. We're also going to get into and talk about a passenger who went on a Carnival cruise. They left on their excursion and the police had to escort them back onto the cruise ship. Hey, I'm going to bring that information for you in just a moment.
My name is Stuart. This is Ship to Shore Cruise News. Let's get into it.
Let's start off with the Carnival Panorama, shall we? Lately it's been having a lot of propulsion issues and they were able to get dry dock for it in Portland, Oregon. Unfortunately, because of the iconic whale tail that Carnival has on almost all its ships, it cannot get under some of the bridges, such as the one at Astoria. So it is at dock in Astoria, waiting to have that iconic whale tail removed temporarily so it can get to dry dock and get its repairs and back in service as promised on December 23rd. Hopefully this will fix all its problems it's been having. Carnival. I also mentioned there was a cruiser who was a very high level with Carnival, receiving many perks that has recently received a lifetime ban due to a sleep aid they brought on board. That sleep aid did contain CBD. Now, there's many states and many countries where marijuana and CBD and its derivatives, such as CBD, are legal. But the cruise lines do visit many countries where these items and products are not legal. And for that reason, the Carnival has taken a very strong stance on any marijuana, any derivatives thereof as well on board its ship. And anything brought on board carrying these ingredients, you will receive a lifetime ban. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but there are a lot of sniffing dogs. Well, I guess you've noticed if you've been on Carnival recently, but they are cracking down on marijuana and its derivatives as well. So let that be a warning to you that what you think is legal where you're at might not be legal to where you're going, and we have to abide by international laws. So please don't bring those products on boards. You are playing with your cruising life, your cruising adventures. You could be set off board and told to get off the ship and make your way home. And that is a possibility. I also talked about a cruiser who was off in a foreign land. They got off the ship wearing their clothes that they thought were appropriate. And they went to a site and they were immediately arrested and escorted back to the cruise ship. And I think they're lucky to be only escorted back to the cruise ship where they could have landed themselves in the local jails, and that would have been much worse. What was their offense? Well, they were wearing camouflage shorts. So in several countries in the Caribbean and in Southeast Asia, it is illegal to wear camouflage clothing or clothing with a camouflage pattern on it. So when you do go on your cruise, your next cruise, or you're packing for your cruise, please leave those camouflage items at home. You don't want to take the chance that you're going to break any laws. Now, people might say, hey, Carnival never told us. Well, maybe they did. Before you go on that cruise, you should take a hard, long look at what's prohibited. And the website clearly says it. You can just do a search on whatever search engine you prefer, and you'll be able to find out what is prohibited. And I would get the information straight from the Carnival website themselves. There's going to be many Reddit, Facebook, YouTube videos. There's going to be many different sources of information out there as to what you're allowed and what you're not allowed. I would make sure you check out Carnival themselves, and they'll tell you up front exactly what you're allowed to bring and what you're not. And you know, there's only 3 things left to say about cruising that I think of that sums up everything. That is, my name's Stuart. This is Ship to Shore Cruise News, and as always, get your cruise on.